Hey, this is Randy from Funeral Funds of America. In this video, we're going to show you the actual cost for $20,000 worth of burial, cremation, final expense, life insurance, or funeral funds for a 70-year-old male. Now, first thing you want to know is that you can go directly to our website at funeralfunds.com. Click the state you're in. We're licensed in all 50 states. Click the coverage amount you want. Enter your birthday, and you'll be taken to a quoter that's the exact same quoter that we use to help people with. You'll be able to see the exact same pricing from all the different insurance companies out there. You can also call us at 888-862-9456. But the first thing to ask yourself, if you're looking for $20,000 worth of life insurance for a 70-year-old male, is that an appropriate amount of coverage? Well, depending on your needs, burial or cremation, you've got to take that into consideration. So the average cost of a cremation right now in the United States is between $1,000 to $2,000. Now, that's if you come home in a cardboard box or an urn, right? Nothing fancy. So $20,000 is obviously way more than you need. Now, if you're going to have some sort of like celebration of life ceremony or remembrance ceremony, it's probably going to be $3,500 to $4,500. So again, $20,000 is more than enough. If you have an existing $20,000 worth of life insurance right now, stop shopping. You're in great shape. Don't worry about it. But if you're looking for brand new insurance, we are just very cautious about, recommending too much coverage. Really get just the amount of coverage you need to take care of things, but you don't want to overinsure because that costs you more while you're alive. And a lot of times people would say, well, I want to leave some money to my family members when I'm gone. Yeah, that's a nice thing to do, but we're pretty sure your family would actually enjoy it if you spend more time with them while you're alive. Spend that money on them. One thing we don't recommend you do is overinsure. So if you've got $20,000 worth of insurance right now, you're taken care of. Don't worry about it. But if you're looking for a new policy, maybe look at $5,000 or $10,000, because any money that you overspend, you won't have that in your own pocket for day-to-day expenses or to spend on your family or loved ones while you're alive. And we'd rather see you do that. We'd rather see you spend that money on your family while you're alive, create those memories for you, but also a lifetime of memories for them. Now, as far as first day coverage, a lot of times people would say, well, yeah, but there's health questions with first day coverage. Well, yes, there is, but the underwriting is very flexible. And we work with enough different insurance companies. We can typically get people that first day coverage 95% of the time. It's not an issue at all. The only reason you wouldn't be able to get that first day coverage is if you had some really significant health issues going on. Maybe you had a terminal illness, you were going to pass away in the next 12 months or so, or you had dementia, or you were on dialysis, or in a funeral home, not in a funeral home, if you were in a nursing home, or a hospital, right? The other thing that happens sometimes is, people will call us up and say, hey, we had a family member die this last week, and the body's down at the funeral home, and they didn't have insurance, and we don't have any money, so we need to get this insurance right away on them so we can pay the funeral home. And we have to let them know that there is no insurance company in the United States that will pay, will issue a policy on a dead person. Unfortunately, it just does not work that way. And these people are really stuck at that point. So learn from their mistake. You have to have this insurance before you actually need it. Do not wait until it's too late. Now, one thing we don't recommend you get is a plan with a 2-year waiting period. And Colonial Penn is kind of one of the most, their $9.95 plan is the most advertised one out there that we've seen. And they advertise that you can get, all this insurance for $9.95. And as a 70-year-old male, a lot of times people would go, oh, I can probably get $20, $30, $40, $50,000, worth of insurance for $9.95. What a deal. Because those commercials sound so enticing, but, no, you can't. There's other 2-year waiting period companies out there too. Mutual of Omaha has their United of Omaha product. And AIG, Gerber, those are all 2-year waiting periods. But at Colonial Penn, male age 70, 1 unit of coverage, $9.95, is only going to get you $689. It kind of sounds a little different than the TV commercial, doesn't it? You know, a lot of these companies that sell 2-year waiting period plans, they've done a pretty good job of marketing to make people think that the only thing that they can qualify for and the only thing out there is a 2-year waiting period. And nothing could be further from the truth, because we help people with first day coverage all day. But, you know, Colonial Penn you can only get up to 15 units worth of coverage through them. So in most cases, as you get older, you know, the pricing is going up or their coverage is dropping based off their sliding scale. So you couldn't get an even $20,000 anyway, or an even $10,000. You'd have to get their per unit pricing, which ends up with these kind of goofy little kind of $689 instead of like maybe $1,000. But let's see if you could even get, how much could you get? You maxed out. So if you maxed out at 15 units, you could only get like $10,000 worth of insurance, and it'd be $149. So if you want $20,000, you're out of luck. You're out of luck with Colonial Penn. But let's take a look at what first day coverage would be at $20,000. So here we've got $20,000 coverage, 70-year-old male. We're going to click the quote button and then come back here again. We're going to round numbers up, $150 a month. That's just easier math. And we come over here, and this would be $135. Now, keep in mind, this is $149, this is $135, but this is $20,000. Colonial Penn's only $10,000. So you're actually paying roughly $15 less a month for first day coverage. That's what this level means. First day coverage. You're paying roughly $15 less a month for first day coverage than you are, and you're getting $20,000 versus Colonial Penn's $10,000 and 2-year waiting period. So you have to be very cautious on what you're shopping for and understand what's going on with these policies. If you don't, just reach out to us at Funeral Funds. We can certainly help you out with this. Let's look at a couple other companies while we're here, though. Maybe some companies that advertise a lot, too. Let's take a look. Oh, yeah, like Lincoln Heritage here. So fine company, level coverage. They're $173 a month. Now, keep in mind, they've got a program out there where if when you die, they will actually call 2-3 different places, kind of do some other things to get you the lowest pricing on a policy, or on, for the burial or the cremation. They don't get you the lowest pricing on the policy because they are actually more expensive. So $173, let's go back and look up here. 173 versus 145. So I'm going to say that's roughly $40 difference. So that's $480 a month more a year. Oh yeah, $480 more a year. And if you live another 10 years, that's going to be $4,800 more. So to pay $4,800 more to have somebody make 2 to 3 phone calls, maybe do a couple other things, seems awfully expensive. So what we've done at Funeral Funds of America, we've got a funeral and estate planning guide where we just provide that to you free of charge. You keep that with your policy. If you ended up with Trinity Life here, we work with them. They're a great company. Keep that with your policy. That way, when you pass away, everything's together. Your family gets that. They open that up. They can read all your final wishes, where you wanted to be buried, kind of all that stuff, the funeral home. And you've taken care of that in advance. And they'll know how much that you thought about them and cared for them and loved them, that you took care of this in advance. So just keep in mind, you don't have to overpay for a lot of these services. Other companies, we see Lumico out here once in a level. They're $148. You can double check, again, all the insurance companies out there. But $148 versus $135, roughly $10, $120 a year, $1,200 roughly every 10 years. Why would you overpay? So just keep in mind, you can go to Funeral Funds of America at funeralfunds.com and just fill this out, fill this quote form out. You get actual pricing. You can check around. If you're interested in it, we can help you out. If not, cool. Nice helping you, nice knowing you. But if you've got an existing policy and you want to price check it, let us know. If you are looking for a brand new policy, we can help you with that. If you're just looking at adding coverage to your existing policy, because maybe you don't have the coverage amount you need, just because prices have gone up, just reach out to us. We're happy to help you in any way, even if it's just provide you information. So we look forward to helping you. Until that day comes, you take care. You have a nice day. Bye-bye. Stay safe.